Welcome, folks, to another episode of Game Pass Gallery. I do believe that makes 4 episodes now. Today, we will be exploring 4 games. The first one, obviously, being Hollow Knight. After Hollow Knight, we will be taking a look at Destroy All Humans, which was added to Game Pass, I do believe, today. And that is the remastered version of Destroy All Humans. After that game, we will go on to check out Resident Evil 7. So, warning out there for those who are easily spooked. We're going to play a spooky game. And to end things off, we will be playing a favorite game of mine, and that is Outer Wilds. Full disclosure, I have played it, but we will be playing it like I had never experienced it before, so I'll give no spoilers, kind of pretend to go in blind, etc. I've also played Hollow Knight quite a bit, and recently started replaying Hollow Knight. I originally played it on the Switch. This is the Game Pass version, of course, hence the name of the show. So let's begin. Let's take a look at Hollow Knight. Hopefully my recent adventures in the game will have brushed my skills up so I don't die too often here. In wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch, you taught we changed, based instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. Opening quote there for Hollow Knight. So if you're unfamiliar with Hollow Knight, which is probably not the case, because the game has been out for a few years now and has received wild acclaim, it operates essentially as a Metroidvania, so you're kind of exploring an open world 2D, or not necessarily 2D, but 2D world, that you're kind of revisiting the locations and building a general knowledge of the map as you explore further into the depths. So here's our character. So our adventure begins. Beyond just the exploration part of the game, it's also kind of like a hack and slash platformer. That's kind of what you're primarily doing throughout the game. There's our science real perspective. We've got our little sword, which is a nail. I think you can see on this menu, yeah, down here. Our old nail. Alright, onward. Much in the same vein as a classic Metroid, you kind of start your adventure, or at least the beginning of your adventure, you are very underpowered or have no real means to defend yourself beyond like the base attack. That changes, of course, throughout the game, and as that changes, more areas of the map get uncovered to access more locations, more secrets. All the stuff we're picking up is called Geo. It's our currency for the game. And the kind of other mechanic of Hollow Knight would be tied into the currency. Let's read this first and I'll go into detail. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. So we collect soul by striking enemies. Once enough soul is collected, we hold B to heal. And our soul is in the top left, our little liquid vial thing up there. If we hold B, we'll heal, which you can see our health bar up top. Little Hollow Knight masks. Yeah, doing damage gains more soul, so you can heal. Yeah, so if you actually die in the game, you lose all your health. Your last location, or the location that you died, will be marked on your map with the little enemy shade thing you have to fight, and if you defeat it, you regain all of your lost geo, so your currency. So you lose your currency upon death, and you have to physically go find it, get it back, much like a Dark Souls game, if you're familiar with Dark Souls. This stuff right here will give us extra health, temporary extra health. This is still just the starting area, I'm kind of giving you a sample of what's to come. Platforming, combat, etc. Now, secret. I don't think we can get over there right now. I don't have a... Can't jump that far. Another time. You also find many of those kinds of false walls or wooden 2x4s holding up a wall so that you can access shortcuts later. Higher beings. These words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom. Let's go. So this area is going to operate as your kind of home base hub area. You're gonna often return here to talk to this guy, save here and rest. That's how you'll be saving in Hollow Knight, by jumping on these benches. You can access certain menus this way too. We can't this early on in the game. Let's listen. Oh there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. This is Elderbug speaking. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well one by one into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. He will keep speaking to you if you continue talking to him. Exhaust the dialogue. Many used to come, hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hallownest, it was once called, supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Let's just save. We're not going to talk to him for the entire time. And all these buildings will be important later. For all your mapping supplies, we will be opening soon. Zelda and Cornifer. Down the well that Elderbug mentioned. Here it is right here. There is some stuff over here, but you can't quite access it yet, so we'll skip it. For now, let's just jump down the well. And going back up is simply as simple as pushing the up button. We're in the Forgotten Crossroads now, the true starting area. This is where you will be exploring for the most part until you kind of understand the language of Hollow Knight. And as I mentioned, this is a Metroidvania, so you've got a massive world to explore, but there's no map, as you can see. I can't see where I'm going yet, so that's actually something you need to unlock as you go. So a lot of people actually get turned off by the game, by its, I guess, the artificial difficulty at the start, where you kind of feel like you're going in blind. The game becomes more accessible as you understand it more and take more of your time to like investigate and poke and prod. You are heavily rewarded for your efforts in investigation and for your curiosity. I've been talking over this sad little caterpillar bug here. He's lost all his little children, I guess, little worm children. They're like these little collectibles you can find across the world. You hear them call out and you have to go find them. Alright, let's go down. Down we go. Let's go in here and see what's over here. There's greenery. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallow Nest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. However, this handsome fellow is guarding the door. Can't deal with him quite yet, because you get too close and he rolls up in a ball, as you briefly saw there. So, let's keep descending. That will be your first true progression obstacle, if you will. Alright, so here we have some pages on the ground and some singing. We found corn.
おい、断チャツだ。
Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? 30 geo for a map of the area. So here we go, unlocking the first map. And of course we're going to do this. I mean, at that point you can kind of create your own difficulty, if you will. Like, you don't have to buy the map if you don't want to. I highly suggest you do. But like, you can learn the lay of the land just by pure memory. You don't need a map necessarily. Hold left bumper to view our map. One thing with that is that we can actually see ourselves move on the map in real time as well. Cornifer has more to say here. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass for my wife, Iselda. Alright, so the compass is what gives you the ability to see yourself move around the map in real time, I suppose. She's just now opening our new shop in Dirtmouth, which is the hub area we were just in, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Alright, so here's our map, our little crudely drawn map of Forgotten Crossroads that we just bought from Cornifer. And if you see on the far left side, that's the kind of straight drop we did. So you can see we came from Dirtmouth, and then went to the left and came down to where Cornifer is now. So we can kind of gauge where we are on the map. It's, actual map reading required until you get the compass. And the compass, once you do get it, it's not a permanent thing either. You need to have it equipped. And I don't know if we'll get there in 30 minutes, but we'll see. I could technically go up and grab it, but we're going to keep exploring. Guys, some acid water below us. Try to avoid that at all costs. Oh, look at that. Here's our little caterpillar friend that I mentioned earlier. So we saved one of his children. Childs. Seeing as exploration is a major component of gameplay interacting with throughout Hollow Knight. The upgrades that you receive aren't only related to combat. They're also related to exploration as well. I don't really want to spoil any, but some of them really ease the way you traverse the world, but also really transform the way you traverse the world as well. Oh, in a combat arena. Not unlike the combat arenas in the 2D top-down Zelda games. Enter a room, and the door would lock behind you. I guess they have the 3D ones as well. Alright, so we're here for the first time. I can hold B now to heal, and that reduces my soul and heals my health. Also takes time, so you saw the animation there. So in a combat situation, you want to be careful and time healing accordingly. We would respawn here, as is the new save spot location. Right. So as you're noticing, enemies kind of respawn and repopulate an area once you've transitioned through to a new screen. So you can kind of farm Geo that way if you want. The tougher enemies are. Heal again. The animation. You can hear at the top there, top left, right where our helper is, there's a collectible kind of sound. We cannot get up there. Keep moving forward. Also forgot the timer for Hollow Knight, so we're just gonna wing it. Stage of the game, you're primarily just kind of exploring. Where the hell are you going? What's this game about? Feel for combat, how your character moves, what you can do and what you can't do. See all kinds of secrets that you're gonna have to come back to later. But that you should be able to get there right now, right? No. Let's keep on moving forward. Follow the sign for now. This way. Save spot. And we've got a toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Of course, we're going to insert some Geo. This unlocks your fast travel. Granted, you need more than one fast travel location to be able to fast travel. The last stag. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hollow Nest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you to where you need to be. I do believe he continues talking in most characters actually have more dialogue than their initial conversation, and you can tell when they've exhausted it all once they start repeating lines. It was a long time ago, but I remember when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Those travelers are long gone, yet I still remain. Now it seems it's just you and I and the furtive creatures scratching and squirming all around us. Eager to travel the stagways? Just hop upon the platform. Give me a signal and we'll soon be on the way. Dialogue. Right. Forever onward. More to explore. More bugs to slay. Let's go. Oh. Here they're crying for more, I think. Well, we opened this, so we can access it from the top now. Actually, this room's dark. We can't see anything in there. There are also false walls, so I wonder if there's one nearby. Right here? Yeah, there it is. That's 2 saved. Alright. I'm gonna check out this spot right here. Yeah. Alright, let's go. 2 health. Alright, well, you can't get us in here. Let's go. Oh, you can still get us. So, oh, look at that, he uncovered a secret. Feel kind of bad for cheesing him like this. But it worked. Never works, right? Alright, he uncovered a secret passageway for us. Let's check out where it goes. Can't really get through that right now. Be able to for a little while. Oh, jumped right into that one. Took more damage there than I meant to. Well, continue onward. I'm actually not entirely sure where we are in the Forgotten Crossroads right now. Oh, I think this is a challenge room now. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yes. Ah. Oh, I cannot take on the false knight right now. It's not ready for that. Oh. Oh. Okay. One hit in. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh. One healed in. Better than nothing. Alright, let's go. Yes, okay. Dodge the things falling from the sky. Okay. Ooh, right into that one. Take damage frames to dodge. Alright. I don't know how to dodge that one. I should have just jumped under. Oh shoot, I wasted all the soul there. Okay. Alright, not bad, not bad. Get some soul back, attacking his face. Heal. I'm not timing my healing properly. Okay, not looking too terrible. Just got hit there. Did get hit there. Okay, cool. Okay. Heal once. Oh, he fell through. He can go down. Survived. And we got the city crest in the process. I was not expecting to fight the false knight. I completely forgot that's where he was. My heart is racing. I was not intending to fight him. What is the city crest? Stone slab bearing the crest of the Hollow Knight's capital city has an insert on the back that should be slotted into. Oh yeah, and when you pause into that menu, you're not actually paused. Game road continues. Almost got hit. Yeah, that's the false knight. Another big aspect of this game is the boss fights, as you have seen. Many exist, many exist, and there are even DLCs that consist of primarily just boss fights, DLCs that are in the game by default. And that's kind of the appeal too. So I mentioned the death mechanic where if you die, you lose all your geo and you have to go back to the location to regain it. Well, it kind of factors into the boss fights too, where you're going to hit a boss fight and kind of almost hit a skill wall and you have to overcome the boss so you can progress forward, but in the process you're risking your geo at every attempt. Alright, so we opened this way. Oh, that's where Cornifer was. Look at that. So we've done a massive circle. Who knew? All of that treachery was hiding just behind the wall that Cornifer was hanging out at. Up here. Oh yes, this is a fun little spot. We should definitely go check this out. I think you actually have to go this way. Let's see here. I think what we'll do for Hollow Knight is I will check out this location and then make my way back up to Dirtmouth and kind of take a look around there, and then we'll move on to the next game, which would be the remaster of Destroy All Humans. Alright, so we got another bench. Save. And we've got a new character to talk to. Snail Shaman. Oh, who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange, empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hollow Nest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you've found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh. Uh-oh. Consume the vengeful spirit. Tap B to unleash the spirit. So it's the same button as your heal, so you're holding down the heal button, and then if you tap the heal button, you'll unleash the Vengeful Spirit. It's basically a heavy attack that also consumes soul when you use it. So now you've got an offensive ability combined with your defensive ability in terms of soul usage. So that's what it looks like, that's how it works. So you're constantly going to be managing your soul accumulation and depletion as you kind of progress through the game for your own health and for combat reasons. So it makes you an aggressive player in terms of like dealing damage with your nail, because you want to regain your soul and using. So as you can see here, these little enemies are kind of reminiscent of that bigger enemy we saw at the entrance to the greenish area that we encountered after falling down the tunnel on the left here on our map. We went down the tunnel and we investigated one of the doors, and we saw this enemy that we couldn't oops, right into the spikes. If you're wondering what happens when you hit spikes, that's what. Alright. Here. Geo now. You can just go down there. These things with mine versus maps, they kind of well, I already have full soul, so it's not really useful to me right now, but not whack it with my nail. Oh, get there. Heal. Kinds of geo. Some extra health. Oh, I think I might have screwed up by jumping down there. I'm not totally sure. I don't know if I can hit the top entrance, actually. I'm gonna quickly check, but if I can't hit it, I'll just go down like we're supposed to. Yeah, I think so. Alright, 2 extra nodes of health, 521 geo, looking good. Down we go. There it is, the enemy from the green area. Alright, so we get close, he locks up, can't hurt him. Now that we've unlocked Vengeful Spirit, we can deal damage. And, conveniently enough, it launches these little guys, which lets you regain the soul you consumed using Vengeful Spirit by attacking them. So now you've got a viable way of actually taking out this enemy, thus unlocking the green path area. So we've collected a charm. Soul Catcher. Equip a charm to activate its powerful abilities. To equip a charm, open the charms menu while resting at a bench. So I think I mentioned that at the very beginning of the episode when you said the bench. There are menus that will become accessible to you only at benches. That will be the charm menu. Alright. Oh, did I screw up? Wait, hang on. Oh, I think you didn't talk to him. Oh, there you are. I was watching over you while you slept and must have slipped away myself. I woke up and found you disappeared. You are a surprising one. Oh. Actually, I wanted to ask a small favor of you. You see, there is a certain creature lurking above us in the heart of this temple. Oh, well, yet another surprise. You've slain the creature before I've even asked. I scarcely deserve such a friend as you. You're a marvel. Oh, I don't think I've ever actually done it before. I've spoken to him before like that. That's kind of funny. It's nice that they have accounted for that in the dialogue. And look, the gate between us has opened. Oh ho ho. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. Oh ho 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 ho. His laugh reminds me of Frodo at the end of the Lord of the Rings trilogy when he's in the bed and he's like, oh ho ho ho, and all this slow motion laugh. Anyways. Alright, so here's a bench. We'll check out a charms menu, which it's telling us to do. So here's the charms menu, which is kind of thrown in with your other menus. And you can see at the top we've got equipped, so we've got none, and we have notches below that, which says 3. And this Soul Catcher charm has the cost of 2 notches. So when you equip it, the notches get filled out, and you can kind of manage all your different charms, and you can see there's a lot of them with the notches. And yes, you do expand your notches. You can find collectibles throughout the map that will give you more notch slots. Alright, so let us just go back to Dirtmouth real quickly, now that we've unlocked this quick shortcut. Because as we know, going up from here leads up the long drop that we did in the beginning. mean, at this point, you actually have an option, because you've unlocked the ability to go forward through Green Path, but you also have things to go and check out in Dirtmouth, because Cornifer's wife has opened her shop, and as he mentioned, you can go and grab the compass. And the compass being an important tool if you want to track your actual physical location on your map as you walk around. Beyond the compass, there are other useful items at the shop, so it's worth your time. You can check it out. That's what we're going to go do. So we're quickly going to save, which heals us up. And into the shop we go.
Bapanada.
Iseldo. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with. But what a surprise, he's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. I hear ya. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. So there's the Wayward Compass, has 1 notch cost. Highly recommended. If you're having trouble finding your way in the maze of ruins below us, try this charm. It will pinpoint your location on your map. Incredibly helpful for finding your bearings in unfamiliar locations. So we're gonna buy it. We also have a quill that is helpful. You'll need this if you want to update your map with new areas as you explore. It's essential for anyone curious about mapping. So these 2 items are kind of your own difficulty curve if you so desire, and kind of all these items are, because they'll fill out the map. But the quill especially, because every time you hit a save spot, you will fill out new locations that you've discovered in those areas. So if we go and save right now, we'll see a little map updated icon. There it is. And we can check out our new map. So it's got all the areas we've been to and uncovered. So they've kind of built on Cornifer's map, and we filled it out with the colored in areas are where we've been, and the non-colored in ones are where we haven't. And if we check our map out while we're walking, we can see ourselves move in real time. Oh wait, we have to move the compass first. There we go. Now we're moving. So that'll help you while you're actually in game if you're lost. But anyways, that has been Hollow Knight, approximately 30-ish minutes. We will now be going to Destroy All Humans, and after that, Resident Evil 7, and then to finish things off, Outer Wilds. So stick with me as I jump on over to our next game. Hang tight. Alright, so I have only actually played the original Destroy All Humans on the original Xbox. I still have it installed on my console, actually. I even played it a couple months ago, shortly after Christmas. But I have not played the remaster. This is my first time playing the remaster. It's been up for a little while now. This is its first day being in Game Pass, though. This time I'm actually going to set my timer. Silly me for forgetting the last time. Timer. Let's see here. Alright. Presence acquired. Make war, not love. Alright, let's see here. Destroy all humans, 1 giant step on mankind. Let's start our game. New skins. Alright, I don't know what all this is. We'll see what it is, I guess, later on. Lots of save slots. Let's start this game. Humans of planet Earth, be advised, while the experience has been upgraded, the content and historical record of the original invasion of the Furons remains a near identical clone. Story, words, and images contained within may be shocking to the modern human brain.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
Lovely title card.
5.
As you may know by now, I am
All
a
systems
fan
go, General.
of
4.
how the title cards are revealed.
Come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No, wait! Stop the countdown!
Yeah, this is the same game, same cutscene so far. They do look much better though. I'm quite impressed with how it looks, to be quite honest with you. They've even got animations on the back of his head. A lot more color. I mean, that's to be expected, but still. As a fan of the original, I'm
Incompetent fool.
happy with what I'm
I
seeing.
should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word? Constipated.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few
It
of
does
our
sound like the
people
same
know
audio,
this,
though, from the original.
But the DNA patterns in our cloning banks are becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto-136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I lost contact.
Let me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto-136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured, maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something, Pox. You're a smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right, 137.
Course I'm right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him, he's gotta rescue me. I mean, I gotta... Brains, man, when do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination. The planet Earth.
If any other game screams... If any game screams early 2000s, it is Destroy All Humans. And I love it for that. If I remember correctly, the tutorial is not super long, but it happens, and it's okay-ish. Alright, let's see here. What do we have? Archives. Oh, this is all that stuff from before. Pox's
Welcome
lab.
to my little laboratory. You may not have known this, but I flatter myself to be something of an inventor. In my spare time, I've been developing some truly impressive weapon and ability upgrades. I'd be happy to share them with you. If you've got something for me in trade, say some of that delicious DNA you've collected.
Yes, we will be collecting DNA from the humans we destroy. Alright, let's get to destroying some humans. Destination Earth. I'm very excited to see how this game plays. Driving cinema, now playing. Quite impressed with the visual upgrade. I think what's really neat about these like early 2000s remasters is that they tend, especially I'm assuming this one will, I'm about to find out, they tend to play the same, but they just look so visually impressive compared to their original versions that you get this weird sensation of like, I would almost call it whiplash, where you've got these amazing visuals that seem like they're pushing boundaries, but then this gameplay that feels old and rustic, like something that's actually 20 years old, because we're pushing 20 years.
Orthobox to Cryptosporidium 137. Come in, Cryptosporidium.
Crypto here. How's the view from the safety of the mothership?
Very funny. Let's just say I'm glad I'm up here and you're down there. Loathsome little planet. Now, Crypto, to ensure this invasion runs smoothly, it is imperative we identify the dominant life forms on this world. Those lactating bovoids are likely candidates.
Surely you don't mean those foul-smelling gas bags beyond the fence?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
But they're covered in nipples.
Now, Cryptosporidium!
Alright, we've got our first objective. Go talk to the cow.
Crypto, do verify your suit is working under Earth's atmospheric conditions. Get a move on!
Alright, so this is our first moment of gameplay. Only 8 minutes in, not too bad, not too bad. Feels really good. I mean, it doesn't feel dissimilar from the original. You can zoom in with your left trigger. Oh, I'm noticing some visual things happening with the trees there, and I zoom in. Interesting. Always happen. Okay. What do we got here? Buttons. Just jump so far. I think all of your abilities and buttons kind of unlocked through the tutorials. Let's just go.
We can peer into the minds of lower life forms via the Cortex scan. Rip the preliterate thoughts from their pathetic little brains. Moo.
Said moo.
Primitive, yet profound. Scan another one.
Alright, let's go scan another one.
Again with the moo. I think these lactating bovoids are trying to fool us.
It's a lock on. Your left trigger is a lock on. Kind of like a
They eat with their mouths.
Zelda lock on.
I think I'm
Your eyes are
going to
creepy.
be violently ill. Attention, Earth creatures. This planet is now part of the Furon Empire. Your benevolent masters welcome you. At this time, we wish to abduct you for the purpose of scientific research. The procedure will be protracted and invasive. Do you have any objections? Earth creature, I am addressing you. Respond or
They even have
be
the-
vaporized.
Oh, jeez.
I
Forgot to
don't
mention
care
how
how
creepy
many
he was if he
stomachs
had
you
cut on
have.
already.
I don't have time for this.
We Furons have evolved the astounding power of psychokinesis, Crypto.
right.
Target an object or
Hold
creature,
right
then
bumper
lift
and
it into the sky.
Use
We've got
PK to
kinetic
finish off the
powers.
belligerent bovines. Slam them into the ground.
Perfect!
Curse these creatures.
Feel quite rude destroying the cows. I don't mind destroying the humans. The cows don't deserve it.
Crypto.
Martha, you didn't tell me we was having barbecue for dinner. Wait a minute, that ain't steak. That's
Must have came out
holy
because I
mother-
whacked his house,
Martha, give
the
me
side
the
of his house
shotgun.
with his cow.
This looks like a job for the Zapomatic. Fry that farmer.
Zapomatic.
Extract and collect the brainstem from what's left of the agricultural engineer.
Alright, so this is how we collect our DNA.
You can consume the brainstem and collect the Furon DNA.
Harold, come on back. You gotta see this. They got a talking horse on the TV. I ain't never seen nothing like.
I'm impressed. These cutscenes are the same, but they're very, very impressive with their visual fidelity. So they're hilarious.
green.
I just remember how janky they used to look. Shields. As long as shields have energy, they protect you from harm. A gauge showing the current charge appears when the shield isn't fully charged. Alright, so you can see their shield gauge there. When you get hit or touch water, shield energy depletes. Some impacts deal more damage than others. If not damaged further, the shield slowly recharges after a few seconds. Alright, so auto regen shield. The shield bar turns red when it's out of energy. Any hit could be lethal. Dodge projectiles or retreat from a battle until shields begin recharging. Collecting brainstems reduces the shield recharge delay. The saucer also has a shield. To recharge, use its drain ability on humans or vehicles instead. The saucer shield doesn't recharge automatically.
Be merciless. Let none survive.
Alright, now we gotta take out the humans. I don't remember if there were big glowing bars of light in the original showing you in this tutorial here. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's no big deal. It's a tutorial. Yeah, water does damage to your shields. I forgot. Collect brains. Water does a lot of damage to your shields. Brain drain. Alright. Water damage does more damage than I expected, to be quite honest. Alright, we can throw mundane objects at people too. We don't have to just throw anything. Yeah. The physics. The boat just went flying. Oh, cool. You can just quickly toggle between
Good work, Crypto.
Of course, the game is just supposed to be some, like, arcadey fun.
Evening, Ms. Turnip Seed. We got a call from Farmer Dixon over the other side of the state road. Said he
It's
heard
Turnip
some
Seed.
pretty strange noises coming from over this way.
Little green spaceman.
What is that?
There's even little
A new silo?
dandelion first floating all over the place.
That human
very
law
quite- very
enforcement
nice.
officer is attempting an unauthorized entry of your spacecraft. If those pea-brains were to get their hands on your quantum deconstructor, they could rip a hole in the space-time continuum.
Time to take them
Oh, the
on.
furonity. Vaporize them, Crypto!
Oh yeah, so we have a jetpack now. Jump and then jump in A, and you've got flight. Where is the jetpack gauge? Maybe it's all by feel. Can't tell. Oh yeah, Furon probes. Bind down Furon probes to gain extra DNA unlock. Furonigami art. Alright, let's go.
shows more humans approaching. Hurry to the saucer!
I like that you can activate the brain scanner thing, or the brain drainer thing,
Saucer and annihilate everything in
while
your
you have
path.
another ability going. Kind of lets multitasking be a bit easier. I think I have to get into the saucer right now. Teaches you how to use the saucer.
Take a spin in your saucer. Get a feel.
Ooh, they actually had the animation for him
Go
going
ahead
up
and
into
start
the.
shooting.
It feels just like the original,
Destroy
just
all
very.
buildings. Leave no trace.
intentional in
Bomb
its
those
movement.
monkeys back to the Stone Age.
Alright, hold right trigger to fire, beam, and then left trigger activates your tractor beam? Oh no, you can shoot from the bottom. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh, we can choose our weapon. Okay, quantum deconstructor, death ray, sonic death ray. So we can fly over things and destroy them from above, or we can shoot straight ahead. Very War of the Worlds. I think I compared another game on another episode. Which it was. Ooh, I know what it was. It was The Tourist. In The Tourist, they had these like weird snake-like boss things with these light eyes, and it reminded me of the tentacle things. Tentacle arm things.
Shooting crypto.
The style of the remake kind of reminds me of the Spyro remakes, where everything's kind of extra cartoony.
Move out, man!
You can see it especially in the faces of the characters.
I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Joe McCarthy's good as gold.
Joe McCarthy's good as gold.
Oh, great. The human military-industrial complex. We can't allow them to alert their leaders to our presence. Exterminate them! Now!
I think exterminating them will alert their leaders. Irregardless.
Crypto, I hereby give you official permission to destroy all humans.
There it is, he said it.
Look out! There are more to the north in the bushes.
Replenish your
north,
saucer
bushes.
shields by draining any human being.
Wait. I need to press Y. Drain marked targets to restore saucer's shield. Oh, I don't know if my shield's been damaged at all. I'm just shooting with reckless abandon, to be quite honest with you all. Alright.
The humans are making a final push. Wipe them out once and for all.
Let's go destroy all these humans. The aiming's quite easy, too, so you don't feel like you're struggling too hard. Like, I'm just spraying this laser beam around. Even, like the red light and the crosshair together are quite consistent. Alright, so can I push Y now? Okay, there we go.
Word, Crypto.
Did a lot of damage on this poor little farm. The dandelion.
Did you see what I saw?
You bet your sweet ass I did. What did you see?
Little green man in a flying saucer wiping out the best infantry unit in the U.S. Army.
Right, good. Me too. Green? Not gray?
Don't be a stiff. You know what it means?
Absolutely. What?
It means the paper's got it right for once. Get on the horn to Silhouette. We've got the worst case scenario.
The eggheads were actually onto something? I
Worst
don't believe
case
it.
scenario.
Believe it.
Eggheads.
Roswell
I haven't
was
heard that
only
in
the
a long
beginning.
time.
The
Another way you
invasion
can tell this is
is
from the early
on.
2000s. Mission successful. Mission completion 80%. Drown a cow in the lake, we did not do. Kill the farmer's wife using a chicken, we did not. Jeez. We did not do. Unlocked a bunch of stuff. Cool. 800 DNA. Return to the mothership. Cattle mutilation pandemic. Farmer disappears amidst cow abuse allegations.
Now then, I know what you're thinking. What can I, a lowly novice, do to help bring about the destruction of Earth and the inevitable reign of the Furon Empire? Well, I'll tell you. It was in the earliest days of the Empire we realized our species was doomed. Eons of waging war on inferior races with unregulated atomic weaponry had mutated our genes. We could not propagate due to our complete and utter lack of genitalia. Fortunately, a Furon ship happened upon Earth on its way back from destroying the Martians. Human society was young and nubile. Sailors on a foreign planet, letting off steam, one thing led to another. Long story short, every human being alive today has buried deep in his genetic code a strand of Furon DNA. Over the eons, we've learned to clone ourselves, but with each iteration, the information degrades, and the results are increasingly unpredictable. The Furon genes in humanity's DNA are ancient, uncorrupted. They represent the future of the Furon race. If only we can get at them.
If only we can get at them, he says.
A saucer upgrade, perhaps? No? How about your gun or your abilities?
So it looks like we can now do upgrades because we've got some DNA to trade as currency. This is Pox's lab, which we saw earlier. Let's see here. Zapomatic. And the other one was the saucer upgrades? Yeah. Okay. Is everything still locked? I think so. Most things are still locked. Okay, so we can upgrade things that we've already got access to. So what do we have here? Iridium arc splitter, fluxocell capacitor. We can't afford the iridium arc splitter, but this one increases the Zapocell battery charge capacity. I'm assuming just the length of your shots, maybe. The electric arc chains to a few additional targets. The first target in the chain takes the most damage. Is this like a one or the other situation? I honestly don't remember. Alright, let's just not do any upgrades and go to our next mission. So that was the unlocked location, turn off seed farm. Explore area. Explore area to retrieve Furon probes and complete Pox's research studies to collect DNA. We're going to move on to the next mission. Onward!
Crypto! I see a horde of humans up ahead, congregating at some sort of holy ground. Here's the plan. I want you to enter the fair, find a malleable human and lead it back to your ship for questioning. Get the picture?
Got the picture. The police must not be alerted. Alright, alert levels. We get a little crash course in these, eh? The eye icon shows whether or not a human is looking at you. A blue icon shows you are still disguised or unnoticed. The alert level will not increase. The eye icon lights up when humans see an alien or alien activity. When the gauge is red, prevent the alert level from increasing by neutralizing human witnesses. Ooh, very Assassin's Creed. The gauge turns yellow if witnesses escape, activating the corresponding alert level. Oh, yeah, sorry. The gauge turns yellow if witnesses escape, activating the corresponding alert levels. The first level just increases human awareness, while higher levels are more hazardous. During stealth missions, stay below the indicated threshold or the mission will fail. Lower the alert level by first escaping to break line of sight, and then laying low or activating a hollow bomb.
Crypto! That human is aware of your presence. The more people become aware of you, the more chance that those human policemen and the military will come to investigate you and take you down. Crypto, how are we going to find information if you kill important people? Get back to the mothership!
Oops. I failed the mission. Don't kill any humans. Mistake number 1 made. Alright.
Crypto! That human is aware of your presence. The more people become aware of you, the more chance that those human policemen and the military will come to investigate you and take you down.
Okay, you tell him.
Don't
you reset
forget
his
to disguise yourself,
awareness.
Crypto. You're not exactly inconspicuous.
There we go. A holobob. Use the holobob ability to take on a holographic human disguise. The targeted human, meanwhile, is frozen and invisible. Scanning human brains with Cortex Scan regenerates holobob. Holobob will drop if it's not regularly recharged. Just give me a second here. Using powerful mental abilities, weapons, or other offensive actions disrupts holobob, making it deplete faster and briefly revealing crypto. Holobob will be compromised if humans witness its activation or its disruption. Neutralize them. Use forget or escape the restore.
Now that you're sufficiently disguised, continue using the Cortex Scan to maintain the illusion. You wouldn't want to lose concentration while surrounded by enemies.
So we've got to mind read. You can see the holobob wearing off. How do you mind read people in the car? Oh, X? No. Pushing the wrong buttons, I guess. Find a fitting test subject. Okay, here we go.
I love a man in uniform.
There we go.
I am a man in uniform.
I guess we couldn't just interfere with the people clearly having a fun time in the car. This guy, though.
Man, am I buff. Beat that, Charles Atlas.
Gosh. Find a fitting test subject. Let's go find our fitting test subject.
What we need is the dumbest, weakest-willed, most malleable human we can find. Admittedly, the competition will be fierce. You just have to scan them all.
Scan them all, he says. Just scan them all. Alright. We've only really got about, like,
Mr. Ed
about a minute and a half left of Destroy All Humans
I'd like to
anyways.
see. I'd put a carrot on Mr. Ed myself.
Alright, we're trying to find our perfect test subject.
Would it kill her to use tofu? Oh, wait, tofu? What the heck kind of thinking is that? Meat! Meat! I like meat!
Why, I was just chatting with him, Miss Rock. Yeah. Town's doing great. Business is booming. Hope is on the way. Yada, yada, yada. Let's barrel through this puppy so I can get down to the real business of governing.
Sounds like the
Making
mayor from The
time with the
Simpsons.
delicious Miss Rockwell.
This human seems to be onto something. Will wonders never cease. Keep scanning the humans.
I will keep scanning the humans.
I want to be a cowgirl, but who would be my cowboy?
Queen! Finally! I was gonna flip my lid if Mama made me take one more slurp
See.
of cabbage soup. I want roast chicken.
Any perfect subjects?
Chicken of the sea. Or was it by the sea?
Oh.
All right, Crypto. I've analyzed all the thoughts you've collected, and I think I've isolated the perfect subject for you to...
Probe and vaporize?
No. Abduct and bring back to the mothership.
My way's more fun.
Abduct, not vaporize.
Okay, but humanity ain't gonna annihilate itself, all I'm saying.
Can I finish?
Can I stop you?
As I was saying, the newly crowned Miss Rockwell looks like a prime candidate for testing. She's envied and desired by other humans. She's highly persuadable. Best of all, she apparently has a brain the size of a peanut. Hypnotize her and send her back to your
graphic
ship
style
for collection.
surprisingly reminds me of Insomniac titles more than anything else. I guess not necessarily Insomniac, but like
bend its will to
you got Spyro I mentioned earlier, but also the Crash remake. So I guess the Activision remakes of the older, early 2000s, late 90s mascot games. I wasn't really anticipating to find that comparison, really. But we pretty much have run out of time with Destroy All Humans. I am pleasantly surprised with the visual presentation. It really feels nice. It looks slick.
Eat your heart out, Lana Turner.
It's lovely to return to this old game, as crude and silly as it is. That's just exactly what it is, right? It is what it is, for better or for worse. Next up, we have Resident Evil 7. So we've got 30 minutes of that game.
Aliens in the cornfield.
And we'll see how far I can get into that before I can't play anymore out of sheer fright. Alright, stick with me, and we'll move on to Resident Evil 7. Alright, here we go. And we are back with Resident Evil 7. First-person horror extraordinaire. Without further ado, let us begin. Look at that. I already got a little bit of advertisement for Resident Evil Village over there on the left. New game. Let's just do normal. And we'll get our timer going.
Hey, baby. I just wanted to send a quick hello, and I love you. Oh, good news. I'm going to be coming home soon. Yay! Oh, I cannot wait to be done with this babysitting job and come home to my loving husband. I miss you. Oh, I gotta get back to work. I love you, Ethan. I miss you so much. I'm sending tons of kisses. Bye, baby.
So I've tried to play this game. I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil series. I honestly got too spooked
Ethan,
and had to stop playing.
You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
But yeah, I've played the demo of Resident Evil 7 and quite enjoyed it. I played it before the game had originally released and was really anticipating it. When I finally did play Resident Evil 7...
Hey, it's Ethan.
Oh, hey.
Scared me too much.
You just disappeared the other night.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's Mia. She's not dead, she's alive. She's back.
They found her? How? What happened?
I don't know. Look, I don't know how, but she's back. She's back somehow. Maybe it's a prank, but she wants me to come and get her.
Where is she?
Dulvey, Louisiana.
Dude, it's been 3 years.
I know, but what if it is her? I have to find out what happened.
I will forever be impressed with Capcom's current RE engine. What they've managed to achieve with Resident Evil 7, the Resident Evil 2 remake, the upcoming Resident Evil Village. They even used the RE engine with Monster Hunter Rise on Nintendo Switch. Very impressive. Very impressive visual display, graphics, just lighting, characters, all of it. Like, I cannot get over how good Monster Hunter Rise looks on the Nintendo Switch, considering the hardware it's running on. But even this game, this is from 2017, and it still looks phenomenal. We are only looking at shrubbery at the moment, yes, but we'll get there. Check our objective. Find Mia. Get files. Alright, let's go. We can run. So unlike other Resident Evil games, this is your first-person perspective, whereas the other ones were not even always the same, I guess. The originals were like a fixed camera perspective, and then the later mid-series iterations were third-person action, I guess. Here, I don't know why I clicked it again. Let's go down here. Accept her gift. Alright. Not ominous at all. We'll just ignore it, pretend we didn't see anything. Move on. Oh, great. Great. Lovely. Got a dude walking in the woods with us. Let's keep our wits about us. Scared the birds. Oh! Lovely. I really want to see this game through. Not that it bothers me that I stopped playing it, but like I always intended to play this game. I had played through the entire Resident Evil series kind of in anticipation to play Resident Evil 7. Because I'm not a long-time Resident Evil fan. I've only been playing the game since about 2016-ish. I did play them chronologically, though. Quite enjoy Resident Evil 1, like the remaster, I guess. The GameCube remaster is what it is, but in HD. We got Mia's driver's license. I honestly think my favorite Resident Evil would be the first game. Check our inventory here. I don't quite see all of the hype around Resident Evil Ep.4. I didn't mind it, but like I much preferred the experience of, say, the first game. Resident Evil 2 is a blind spot. I am playing through the remaster. I've not finished it yet. Quite enjoy it though. Still prefer the first one. Oh, just pure darkness. Great. Let's go. All right. Resident Evil 3, I guess I also have not played, as I don't think I have the hardware for it. 5, not a huge fan of. 6, I loved because of how ridiculous it was. And both Revelations game I did not mind. Preferred the first one. It was a fun little 3DS title, and then I picked it up again on the Switch. It was good. Alright. The kitchen. A lot of these... gross. A lot of these areas I'm familiar with from the demo. I mean, yes, I did play the kind of intro of this game, but might as well still interact with all the gross stuff. All the gross stuff, like the bird in the microwave, and this nasty, sticky fridge. Yum. Alright, take a look at the newspaper. Over 20 missing in 2 years. Get drawers, can open. Got one open. What do we got here? Picture. This one doesn't open. That was some walking. I don't know if those are my footsteps, whose footsteps, I don't know. Wearing headphones with this game is a hellish experience because you've got so much better audio quality directly into your ear holes. Nothing's being diluted by just the TV speakers. Quite unnerving. Oh yes, you know, a normal portrait of a person with a bag on their head. Or a sack on their head. Alright, we've got the stair button. Let's see. Open. It's not responding. What do we got here? Derelict house footage. We will take that. And we've got a save spot. That's my old save location, as you can see. 38 minutes in. That's pretty much as far as I made it. So we'll do new save data. Goes to show how much of this game I've played, how much I can handle. Hoping to be able to actually play the entire game. The idea being play some Resident Evil 7 in anticipation of Village coming out in May, being Resident Evil 8, but also to actually encourage myself to power through this game, as difficult as that may inevitably be. Who knows? Might just be able to overcome it and enjoy the terrible, horrible experience this is inevitably going to be. And I say that out of love. Not that the game's bad, it's just, yeah. Alright, before we put the tape in, I want to take a little look around. Looks like the owners. Yes, it does. Can we pull that right now? Yeah, we can. So I remember this from the demo. You watch the tape. And you find out. I don't know. If you need to watch the tape, I'm gonna watch the tape. I'm gonna watch the tape. I already knew to open that, but I'm gonna watch the tape. I'm gonna watch the tape. Let's put it in there. Get the tape in the episode. Add to the vibe. Derelict House, June 1st. Dulvey Haunted House rehearsal. Clancy Javis, Abandoned House.
Boo.
There we go.
Where did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals. Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
That was 2 fucking years ago.
I don't do ADR.
I remember when they included this. I mean, this was largely the bit for the demo.
Surprised if we have to make a change.
I love their
We
use
do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot
of
the
this
inside.
tape
Just like we always do.
to kind of
try to
get
say the
you
show's name this
in the
time, okay?
mindset as to what's going on and what's creepy. Also,
Tonight
talking
on Sewer
let
Gators, another worthless fucking shithole. Happy?
Ecstatic.
I also think it's really, really creative of them to have the player character control the tape, so you're, you know, investigating yourself, not watching footage, even though you're technically watching footage. The whole thing's very clever.
Get out of the way.
It's locked.
Because you're showing the character you were previously just playing as whatever it is you
So,
you yourself
why
are
are we in
currently
hell
seeing
this time?
now.
Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck me. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long did you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Clancy, get a shot of this. Let's make a great cutaway. So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. And they were quiet, not backward. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! I know I should
There's
have
a
worn my
photo
good
added to
shoes.
that drawer. Where'd the other guy go?
Shit. Glad I had my shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre?
That's what this
Andre!
guy's wondering.
Andre! Clancy,
Ghost
see where
sighted
Andre
in
went?
Bayou. Oh yeah, we gotta follow this guy. Let's follow this guy.
Where is he? Unfucking believable. This is the last time I work with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me.
Oh, I'm sticking with you, buddy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's where we just were. That's where we are now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, open the door, man.
Andre?
Freaking me out here.
Where the fuck is he? Andre, where are you, man?
Where are you, Andre? Where are you? Fuse box is still broken. So this is where you would have learned, like I would have opened it just before we watched the tape, but this is where you learn how to open that little trapdoor by watching the tape, so you can learn to open that, and that kind of moves your progress forward.
All right, new deal. We find Andre and we go. I mean, fuck this show.
Again, very clever way of showing the player how to progress forward while also getting a bit of story, getting their involvement in it. There was some designer at Capcom who definitely had a sly grin on his face when they put this bit together.
You first. Need a nice hero
Not
shot of me
ominous at all.
coming down the ladder. So,
Yeah.
you first.
Alright, let's go.
What do you see? What is it?
Lots of dark. Lots and lots of dark. Oh, great. Lovely, lovely. Poor Clancy. Never stood a chance.
Jesus.
Cellar door. Alright, well, why not go down the exact ladder that they just went down, right? That's the perfectly logical next step after watching a tape like that. Wouldn't you agree? No. Naturally, no one would agree with that. It's equivalent to, oh, great, yelling at the TV during a horror movie when the dumb side character goes outside at night or something equally as ill-advised. Alright, well, no people here. Oh, let's just walk through this dank, dark, wet cellar cave. Fun. My definition of a great time, for sure. Well, that's a wall. Oh, look, more way forward. Alright. Oh, just what we need. Something bubbling in the water in front of us. Get the hell out of here. Oh, another little artificial load screen. Let's get through that. Oh, great. A head. A body. A full-on ditch. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I miss the old school doors where you open a door and it would do the little load screen with the open door. I don't like having to actually physically push the door. It makes it so much worse. And by worse, I mean just scary. Oh, here's our little cellar door that we saw. Just everything black. Noises. What are these words? Oh god. I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh. I will not be bad anymore. Great. Needles in a toilet. That's lovely. Or is this the cellar door that we saw earlier? Oh, yeah, okay. Ben dead, Harold turned, Arthur turned, Tamara turned, Craig dead, Leela dead, Sean dead, Shaun of the Dead, William dead, Travis turned, Peter dead, Andre dead, Clancy L. Andre dead, Clancy L. Lost? Bolt cutters. That'll open up our cellar door. I think one of the things about this game that really kind of sets me off, or it makes it more difficult to progress, is you're really kind of just viewing through a pinhole of light. So you've really got no peripheral, and your peripheral is crucial with informing your vision. What's around you? Oh, no, is that Mia? That's Mia.
Mia. Oh, thank God I found you. It's me. It's Ethan.
Ethan? Ethan?
Are you alright?
Look at them showing off their hair physics and their RE engine.
You contacted me.
No, I wouldn't. Did I? Did anyone see you? Did he see you?
Hey, who else is here? What the hell's going on?
Daddy's coming. We need to go.
Daddy?
We need to go now!
Follow Mia.
Where are you taking me?
Someplace safe.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Baby, you've been gone 3 years.
3 years? Has it really been 3 years?
I think her eyes were following me move.
What is this place? What'd they do to you?
Not now. We need to get out of here first.
Ethan is way too
I
chill.
think it's this way.
Ethan is the guy we're playing as. He's definitely way too not unnerved by the shit he's seeing right now. Like, would you not question this? Come on.
Mia, we have to talk. That message you sent me.
Not me. That wasn't me.
But you did.
I didn't.
Okay, fine. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you everything that I know.
Her eyes are following me.
We have to go this way.
This is bad news, bears. None of this bodes well.
Mia, are you sure you know where you're going?
Family used to bring me food through here. I remember.
I'm also not entirely sure how RE7 plays into the greater RE verse or the rest of the Resident Evil games. I'm sure they mention it somehow.
It's there.
The demo teased things like Umbrella and whatnot. But I really do not know.
I remember this room. There's another door here. I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone! We're gonna be a family now that you're here. There's another door here. I'm sure of it.
Mia is freaking me out, yo. E00.
Mia,
We gotta get out of here.
just stay here, all right? I'm gonna have a look around.
Great, let's leave her alone. Oh, it's just this doll staring at you. I do not like that in the slightest.
No, leave me alone!
Ooh, I didn't like that either. Right through the freaking wall. Oh, and of course, just like every other stupid decision Ethan has made, we walk right through the hole that she was clearly ripped through. Great. Great idea. Nothing wrong with this plan. And let's also walk through the doorway that was conveniently left open for us as we walked up the stairs. Nothing eerie about that. No. No, Ethan, you're fine. Full of great ideas you are. Great. 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 Alright. Telephone? Yeah, not even worth trying. Deadline. Alright. Let's mosey onwards. Guest house map. Woohoo, we have a map now. So that's kind of where we came in. Left back door, came through the kitchen, and then down the cellar. I think we can, yeah, we can check out the cellar and everything. Cool. Alright, just like an old school RE map. Into the bathroom. What do we got in here? First aid. Medicine. More first aid medicine. Dirty toilet. Is that right into our inventory? Is that where that went? Where's it? Oh god, I heard that. Sounds like someone banging on the window. Ah. Can't get through here. Oh. The sound design is a large part of what contributes to make this a terrifying game. It wasn't the window. But everything... Okay, no. Leave me alone. It's creepy noises. I don't want to go into the basement. I don't want to go into the basement. I'm gonna stay in the bathroom. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's a bad idea. All right, let's go into the basement where all hell is bound to break loose. Great, great. Oh my god, Mia. Oh my god, Mia. She stabbed me in the hand.
Wait! Wait!
Oh god. So much violence, so much gore. No, Mia. No, Mia. Oh, Lord.
I can hear her. I can feel her clawing her way back inside of me. Get out! Leave me alone! I've been back. I deserve this.
The fuck are you, Mia?
Unsettling. Use our first aid now. Ah, yes, just just pour it all over your hand. You're fine now. Jeez. Just one of those look away, she's gone things, or leave the she's oh god. It feels weird to just leave her there. Oh, that well.
Leave me.
Oh, great. You have to attack her? Oh, she hit me. I really don't want to...
We're all
Oh, man. Oh, and then of course she swaps. And there goes Mia. And the telephone starts to ring. We've only got about, I'd say 30 seconds left of Resident Evil 7. And I mean, we're pretty much at the spot where, we're almost at the spot where I called it quits. I mean, I played a little bit more my first time around, but I do remember being reluctant to go down the stairs for quite some time. So we're going to answer this telephone call, see where that leads us, and then we'll move on to our final game of this episode.
What's this? And what the fuck is going on?
My name's Zoe. There should be a way out through the attic.
Attic.
Go there. Now.
So once we finish, oh, that opens the door to the far end of the hall here, and Mia is of course gone. We got our axe back though. Yes, so once we are finished here with Resident Evil 7, we will move on to our final game, Outer Wilds. Now, Outer Wilds is a tricky one to play and show off to people who haven't played it, or it's even hard to talk about it. That's why I'm going to pretend as though I've never played it. I'm going to just explore a little. I will do things that I think will be fun to show off the game a little bit, but we will end here with Resident Evil once we get up to the top of the attic and try to... It's not responding. We've got our save spot. This is where we will end today with Resident Evil 7. Stick with me while we jump over to the Outer Wilds. Alright, and we are back with the Outer Wilds. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite games I have ever played. I liken it to one massively interconnected Zelda dungeon, to put it very simply. It is so much more than that. It's really difficult to capture in words what this game kind of does. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Interesting. Let's go with yes, as I've played the game before, and it should be experienced fresh, without any spoilers, so let us completely delete my old save and start new. Let's go. Timer starting now. And let's wake up. Alright, here we go. Outer Wilds. There's our pilot, back from your pre-launch campout under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go. I'm ready if you are. Are you kidding? Of course I'm ready. It's finally time to test the new landing hydraulics with a pilot instead of the autoflight system. Speaking of pilots, make sure you don't crash the ship the first time you put it down, you hear? Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from Hornfels at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you've said your goodbyes or whatever. So we need to go to the observatory. This way. So we can jump. We can hold and release to get a higher jump instead of just a little tap. Well, who's this fellow? Micah. Hey, it's you. Slate said to be blasting off in your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space, aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. Hey, I'm still going. You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really, really want to see it. Really bad. Hey, you want to try out my model ship? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Alright, so this is your tutorial to the flight mechanics of the game. So you can go to the ship, and you can learn how to fly your actual ship in the real world. So you can get the feel for it, and you can reset it. And this drone's actually flying in real time with the rest of the game. Nothing to say about that. Alright, let's leave. Alright. Onward to the observatory. We could talk to everyone. We're just going to be quick, though, for the sake of the 30 minutes that we're showing the game off for. But generally speaking, you can get tutorials for all of your core game mechanics in this training area by each of these little people you can talk to. They all have names, they all have things they can tell you about the world. Like, for instance, look at this guy. So it's launch day, huh? Hal's going to miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? The big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word. The current launch pad is fine, thanks. Nice try. We all know you have a gift for that tree. The launch pad is flammable? Ha! You didn't realize that? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours, probably. Ooh! And we've got the music playing. Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Tell me about the travelers' instruments. Oh, sure. I made all of their instruments, you know. Let me see. There's Chert's drums, Rybek's banjo, and Gabbro's flute. And Felspar's harmonica, of course. Though Felspar has been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space, that'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. Signal scope is this thing. There is a tutorial for it in the camp here, and you will have different frequencies that you know, and you can kind of look around the world and find frequencies. So let's see here. So there we go. We've got a banjo already. And you can see that it's moving. Like once you hit the target, it doesn't stay still. No. Here it is now. Watch. There it goes. But yeah, we'll leave that at that for now too. Observatory, this way. Alright, let's go. We're getting there, we're getting there. Fishing rhyme. Singing helps me pass the time. We're leaving the crater? Guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. Why is that? One time, after the rest of the village had left to sleep and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabbro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down, on account of how murky the water was, I guess, too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, but suddenly, Gabbro couldn't go any further. Tell me more. I will, I was just pausing dramatically. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if it were trying to protect them from something. Then, in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it. The tentacle of some hideous beast. Ah! I mean, that's what Gabbro said anyway. whatever it was, it freaked Gabbro out pretty good. Everyone wants to hear the news stories at the village campfire, you know. Make sure you bring some back with you. Some more information about the world. Entice you to explore something. Who knows? This whole area is designed to pique your curiosity. Oh, you can see the light going out like that, eh? Interesting. On our way to the observatory. This is important. This guy. Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter inside this bench? Gosson said it used to be bigger when they were a hatchling because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I'm grown up. Ghost matter is awesome. Ghost matter is super cool. It'll burn the heck out of you. Yeah, I heard touching it hurts so bad, it feels like your whole head's on fire. Try not to walk into any in space, okay? That sounds bad and painful. This is your ghost matter. It's hard to see. Wait, use camera. Here we go. Take snapshot. So you can see it in the snapshot on the right. The ghost matter is kind of floating, kind of like at a, looks like an aurora. That will instantly kill you, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look, a planet off in the distance. Look at, actually, you can see quite a few of them. We do have. Where's the probe? Let's see real quick. Gameplay. Oh, here's Gosson. Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Right, like you weren't nervous for your first flight. Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast endlessness of space. But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully the lunatic slate at least fixed the retro rockets. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the Zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute Zero-G practice, head down the lift and into the cave, or don't, so long as you're confident you can take makeshift spares in space. Now I'm ready for the real deal. Don't get yourself killed out there, you hear? Not after I've put this much work into training you. Haha, go on, go make Outer Wilds Ventures proud. I just want to go to the observatory, honestly. Zero-G cave, observatory is this way. That's the tutorial for your first Zero-G experience. We'll skip it for now because I'll just go to zero gravity. But it is definitely worth exploring, taking your time, and worth exploring this town at the entrance, or at the start of your game. Let's see here. So these are the explorers: Hornfeld, Gosson, Feldspar, Exker, and Slate. You can read all these entries if you would like. Outer Wilds Ventures, Timberhearth's first and only spacecraft program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Hearthian, which is the species we are, to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timberhearth and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Addlerock. Again, it's worth reading all these things, but we're just going to get right to it. And again, all of these things are worth reading because they will fill you in on the game, what to expect, the lore. Oh yeah, like things like this. This is a mechanic. This is a gravity shifting crystal, and when you stand next to it, you shift with it. So you stand according to its gravitational field. So jumping onto the floor there gets us off of it. Everything kind of is told about a bit here. And here's the whole solar system and all their planets. And you can even take a look at stuff like this. The strange rock moving around in the grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever it actually is happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. So, the rock moves when you don't look at it. Neat. All of these things are worth reading and learning about. One of my favorites, though, is this. Watch closely. These balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the outer rock's gravity pulls an object from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. So if you look closely enough, you can see them moving. There they go. Alright, enough of that. Let's go. Got just under 20 minutes to just get into space. We're almost there. So here is the map of the solar system that you will be exploring. It is completely at your own leisure to explore. You can go anywhere you want at any time, so long as you know how to get there. The only thing holding you back at any point throughout this entire game is the knowledge on how to do something. That's what kind of makes this game so difficult to talk about, where you can't explain what you do in the game, because if you do, you know how to do something, and that kind of soils a bit of the experience going in. You kind of need to just know that you can explore anything at any point, and all the puzzles presented to you can be tackled, at any point, so long as you know how to tackle them. And to learn how to tackle them, you have to explore and uncover the mysteries of this solar system. Alright, enough from me, let's talk to this guy. There you are, I just finished pre-flight observations and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai, a precursor race. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you're in space? And this is just it. You can have any plan you want. To learn more about the Nomai, to travel to meet up with other travelers, to go somewhere no one's ever gone before, to start somewhere small. And, we talked to quite a few people on our way up here, and we were kind of encountered with all kinds of different potential things we could do. We could go find the explorers. We could figure out what these Nomai are. Let's start with something small. You prefer to ease into things? That's a sensible plan. More sensible than most of our astronauts tend to be, and that's a fact. Do you think you'll go to the outer rock then? Our moon would be a safe place to travel to and get your bearings in space, and I'm sure Esker would appreciate the visit. Plus, we don't know what the ancient Nomai ruins on the moon are, or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through the paces. Well then, looks like it's all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. I'm ready to get off this rock. Excellent, you'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, eh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Alright, so now we have a translator. And our translator... How do we swap weapons? I forget how to do it. That's pure. Oh wait, does the translator just come up on its own? Yes, it does. Alright, so let's quickly read this. This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique languages. Although this text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from a central point. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. So, this is the translator we just got, and when you've encountered this kind of object in the world, you'll be able to walk up to it and hold a button to translate, and you get context on your surrounding area with different characters and their stories. It's well worth the read, and this is what you're largely doing for a lot of the game. You're coming across these things to read to inform you about how to navigate a space or how to get somewhere or do something that you didn't know about before. So, Cassava speaking here. We're nearly ready, Felix. We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. Felix, fortunately, the outer rock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our research. And you saw that it branched off there like that, so that's how conversations will continue and spread, get different threads of information. Alright. I don't know what that was. Let's just keep going. Alright. Launch tower. Hey, so did you get a good look at the Nomai statue? The statue looked at me and opened its eyes. Whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking? You know what? Don't worry about it. Maybe you should sit down for a bit and take it easy. I'd hate for anything bad to happen if you tried to launch while you're not feeling great. But hey, when you're ready, then you can make the most of our translator tool. I can't believe it's all grown up and leaving for space already. For real though, I'm glad you're the one carrying it and not like Ryback. They'd fall on it for sure. Say, if you want to do a short trip to just get your space legs under you, you should check out the ruins on the Owl Rock. I'd love to learn what those are. Good luck and safe flying. So that's 2 indications that you should check out the Owl Rock. I don't really know where I'm going to go. I'm just going to go wherever is close, honestly. That's what I did the first time. That's what I'm going to do this time. Trying to go back to the launch tower. This way, this way, this way. Back to our campsite. I do believe most campsites, yeah, you can roast a marshmallow at it. Alright. Looks like you're ready to take off. The excitement of a launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back to working on the new ship. We're working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry. A bit of a hint there that there's no avoidance system on your ship. Alright, here she is in all her glory. Let's get to it. So this is the ship, your home. It's got a little gravity crystal in it. That's one thing I like about this game. It's got all these systems that just are put in place to work to make sense. Like we encountered this in the museum, and now we've got it in our ship, so we can have some gravity in our ship and actually see what we're doing. Hooray! We've got a log here. This will be very important. You can view your entries about each planet, and it tells you what you've discovered and found. We won't look at that too much right now. Here's the Owl Rock, the moon. And it shows you all your other planets, and then you can explore what's in there. There's also a second view, the rumor mode, and the developers were nice enough to just straight up include their developer notes on how everything was included and interconnected, and you can see how with the arrows and lines, and it'll be color coded and everything. I really love the rumor view. I use that a lot more than the map view, and it will be crucial for understanding the connections between certain puzzles and planets. But enough from me. Let's suit up. So we're in our suit. We have a little bit of a field jumper thing, and we've also got our controls. And with that, let's lift off. And we are in space. So you are realistically given the entire solar system to explore. Gravity applies, like gravity rules apply, so if you're close to a planet, you'll get sucked right in. There's a whole physics system, basically, that, like, you know, you have to take into account. If I just shot this way and kept going this way, I would run into the sun, or I'd run into a planet, and I'd crash, and it would damage my ship. So you need to be mindful of those things when you are exploring and moving around. Oh, that's our signal scope. I did not mean to launch that. Let's get rid of him. Put away that. There is a way to rotate your ship. How do we do that? Headlights are off, headlights are on. Not that button. This is rotate? I think that's rotate. Yeah, okay. Rotate like this. I almost thought there was like a rotate, like in a circle, but I guess maybe not. Horizontal thrust, down, up, thrust, like this. You kind of have to fight being pulled into the sun almost at all times, which is a little stressful, but Alright, so there's all these planets moving in real time, and it can get a little disorienting, kind of moving in real time with them. Like, especially with if you push back too far on your thrusters and you're going too far back, too fast. Yeah, it can be a lot to deal with. But we do have a lock-on, where you can lock onto a planet. So I think what we'll do is we'll go here, match velocity, engage autopilot, and you can start heading towards a planet. You do need to be mindful while you have your autopilot on that you don't get launched into the sun or something. A lot of... Oh, I don't want to go in there, I want to go in here. A lot of the navigation, or at least the space exploration, is getting used to the flying with the spaceship. You gotta learn the physics and that what is right, what is gentle, what is rough in terms of movement. So once your autopilot is complete, you're kind of free to move around. And try to land. I'm almost positive there's a rotate ship option. I cannot for the life of me remember. So this is Brittle Hollow is the name of this planet. You can see it's being pelted by this guy right here. Hollow's lantern. Oh, we kind of crash landed. Yeah, you can land anywhere on a planet at any time. So let's see, you can fly over it and take a look and explore. See how daunting a task is. I'm going to land over here. Let's see. So once you're landed, you're on a planet. Once you've landed, you can unbuckle. Wait, hang on, buckle up. There's actually a really fun. Oh, hang on. There's a way to look around, but I cannot. Oh wait, that's the cockpit view. I thought there was a way to look around the cockpit freely without moving the ship itself. Could be mistaken. But, yeah, well. Let's just get off the ship. You've landed. You do also need to keep track of like your ship's location, right? As you can see in the top left, you've got fuel and oxygen for your spacesuit. So once you leave, you're all of a sudden consuming oxygen. So yeah, our ship is here. If we go to our map, we can see that here we are on Brittle Hollow, floating around in real time around this sun. And we've got UR here, and our ship is also marked on the map as well. You can really see it clearly because I'm standing right next to it. Kind of see it says ship right above UR here. But yes, so you're free to kind of walk around and explore. Each planet has its own gravity, of course, so my jump is a little different here than it is on my home planet. You can find things like this little refuel jetpack, so you can refuel your fuel. And the fuel is this, so it does take actual fuel, and you can use it to get high up and kind of screw around with your gravity. Yeah, so here's a location, and as you can see, there's some Nomai script to translate and read. The Hanging City. So we've got a name of where we are. So it's like a little bit of archaeology here if you're into that. Clary, to our friends on Brittle Hollow. I just warped here from the White Hole Station on the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We've successfully recreated warp travel. It's branched off in 2 locations, go up or down. Felix, this is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower, although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. Poke, I don't know how close it is to Anona's original design, but as long as what we've built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Cassava, I hope you're reading this. Poke, wait, this can't be correct. Clara, have you seen these readings? If they were accurate, they would violate causality. There must be an equipment error somewhere. Poke, I'm returning to the Whitehall station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Poke, don't tell Cassava. Alright, so we got a bit of context on what's going on. Ship log updated. Alright. Loud, scary. What's this? Do not know. Skeleton. Particular. And I guess that's it for this area. Some stairs and stuff up here. Check out up here. Look at that, some stairs. So you can see how quick it is to kind of get around a planet with your jetpack and everything. Alright. So decayed structure. Ooh, gotta make the jump. Alright. Untranslated, no my writing. Felix, has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. Thatch, I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Hypothesis, could it be a shift in the light spectrum? Plume, suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. Plume, I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it much like its violent friend, Hollow's lantern? Felix, this moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. Plume, the nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Thatch, imagine if there were 2 volcanic moons. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. Hypothesis, there can exist too much lava. I'd strongly prefer we test the null hypothesis. So you get some playful dialogue in there as well. It's not all serious. You get some fun stuff mixed in with the... oh, and there's Hall's lantern right there. Get some fun stuff mixed in with serious lore stuff. Also slugging stuff. But we're at about time for Outer Wilds. That brings us to about time. But I have one thing left in store. A huge gimmick of this game. I know I largely said I would be playing it like I've never played it before, but unfortunately it would have taken way too much time because you're going to be exploring so much constantly. But one of the big gameplay elements of Outer Wilds is death. I'm not entirely sure how close the game is to doing it right now in this moment by itself. Never mind. Here we go. Oh, there's the Shadow Moon. So when the music starts to play like this, you can tell that the gameplay loop is at its climax. So we're going to quickly just drive into the Shadow Moon here to take a look at it. And it's gone. Yeah, so when the music starts to play like this, you can expect the end of your 22-minute cycle. In Outer Wilds, death is a key mechanic because upon death, everything resets. You will be transported back to the wake-up screen that we had seen at the start of our adventure, where we pushed X to wake up, and you will be forced to kind of re-explore again And this happens, as I mentioned, every 22 minutes, whether or not you yourself die. So if you die within the 22 minutes, or if you last 22 minutes without... Ooh, we're about to land into Giant's Deep! Or if you last 22 minutes without dying, the loop will reset itself anyways. I could be mistaken with the music. I thought... Yeah, I'm almost positive it's about to happen here. So we'll, instead of just adhering to our 30 minutes, we'll continue to float around in space. And we'll just stare at the sun here. Continue observing the beauty that is the Outer Wilds in real time. Solar system. Got something right here, though. Go take a look, explore. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, I must have been mistaken about the music itself. Just from looking at this alone. Alright, so I explained about how death works, about the 22-minute loop. I'm thinking we'll just have our character fly directly into the sun. Oh. I was honestly really hoping we would get to the end of the loop. I know music plays to signal the end of the loop. I just forget what music, and I'm guessing. Well, not guessing. It's pretty certain at this point that it's not the music that's been playing. Irregardless. We've been enjoying the view nonetheless. I think it might be worth going to land somewhere, actually, now that I think about it, instead of going directly into the sun. Let us actually take a ride over to the ash tunnels. And we will try our best to land without perishing. I'm well over the 30 minutes at this point. However, I'm well okay with that for this game. I am a little biased. So here we are, super duper close to the sun at the ash twins. Okay, yeah. Oh, there we are. Crashing into the ash twin. So now we've got a damaged ship. We are super close to the sun. Changed my mind about landing once we crashed. I don't want to necessarily get out of the ship to try and repair, but the oxygen tank is damaged, and so is the upper hull. You can get out of your ship at any point. It's not necessarily the safest thing to do, because your ship's still moving in real time. But, yeah, this music just seems to be music playing when you're floating around in space here. Could try to get out. I don't really want to just drop myself in space, though. Oh, why is it? Why we were autopiloting towards the sun, apparently. We do not want to be autopiloting towards the sun. No, we don't want to go to the Giant's Deep either. Alright, let's just go to Brittle Hollow, I suppose. Or at least just in the general direction. I'm just trying to... Upper hull damage, and oxygen tank damaged. All the damage. So if you've noticed at this point, the sun has drastically changed. So our ship is damaged. Oh, I just all of a sudden remembered the music it's gonna play. There's the music. Alright, well that was a lot of wasted time. Apologies on that from my end, but we did we did see a damaged ship. We did get to see me crashing a little. We flew around. You got to hopefully be intrigued by some of the things flying around in space. I didn't want to mention too many things, but this is the music that'll play, and I'm going to do something drastic, and I'm going to leave my ship. So this is what leaving the ship is like. When you are floating around it, kind of try to find the damaged spots right here-ish. Where are our damaged locations? Not entirely sure. Yeah, so if we watch the sun, we will see it slowly start to die. And no matter where you are, at any point in your adventures, while you are exploring, you will be overcome. Our ship is way far away now. With this big blue light. And your loop will reset. And that'll be all for this episode of Game Pass Gallery. Thank you for sticking around for the extra extended Outer Wilds special edition finale. Hope you are all safe and well. And with that, goodbye.